My mum could see the countdown, so she started filing her nails. Put the file.
It's
right.
not a bell nail.
Last week I had to ask my mum not to use her phone during broadcasting. This week, could you not do your nails? Don't you look down at me like that. Hello, everybody, and welcome to another edition of The Lucy Show, where I'm Lucy Orchard, and this young, naughty person with me is my mother, Christine. Hello. We made it through another week.
I know. Brilliant. And it rained on Sunday. Very rainy Sunday.
It did rain on Sunday. I'm just going to just turn my volume down so that I can make sure that all of your messages, no matter how you contact me through the show, whether you go on the comments, on your Twitch, on your YouTube, or on your Facebook, that they all come through to the show. So let's have a look. Who? I told you not to let me say that. Get back with your nail file. Right. We've got...
Hey, let's take a look.
Mum, he's back.
Oh, my God. Colin.
It's his friend, Drew Peacock. Yes, we have been wondering where you have been. Where we talked about him just the other day. Well, welcome back. We've missed you. Please tell me what you've been up to, whether you've been with Mike, whether you've been with Hugh. There's so many of you. Oh, we've got the birthday twins as well. Let's have a look.
What about my little boy?
The one I've just put on screen. There you go. If you're playing the drinking bingo, Mum's already chipped in.
Hi, Mum. Hi. I can read it without my glasses.
She is going to be in one of those moods, people. The one where she puts me on edge. Hi, Mum. Hi, Ray. And hi, everyone. And hi to Mum's sidekick. It's Mum''S. The birthday twins. Let's have a look. We've only got Amanda. Hello, ladies. Birthday boy as well. Guys, Tuesday again. How fast does time go? These days, we've also got Leona on the chat as well. Hello. Comedy compare with the excellent variety. Judith Critchley, good evening, both from Leicester. We're coming out of 20 days of isolation tomorrow. Judith of Tickle Pink All-Star Female Comedy Night. Do you think I don't know who you are from your name? Oh, my goodness me. Birthday boy David Wall. He's still in Alicante. Hi, Lucy and Mum from Alicante.
Hi. I'm still waiting for his birthday for next year.
Yeah, I'm so happy for you, David. I really am. I just worked out that it's going to be a long time until I have holiday.
Just think of the duty frees he's going to bring us back.
Yeah, Golden Virginia, mate. Cheers, two's up. Surely filing nails is easy. It's under N. Oh, we're in with the puns already. You've got to tell me how your comedy's been as well. Hi, Christine. Hey, Noel. Judith has put, ha. I know who you are. My best bit about performing with Tickle Pink was it was during the mini lockdown lift up where people were allowed to travel certain amount of distances, and I had been offered a free holiday, and by free holiday I mean a trip to a holiday house that was an hour from my house with my friend, which mid lockdown felt like I was literally going to Disney World, Florida. So Mark was downstairs with all my bags packed, and I was upstairs performing at Tickle Pink, and I was trying to do the best show of my life because obviously it was a British show, and it was full of fabulous females, and all I could think of was, I'm going to be leaving the house for the first time in about 6 months. It's like, can I go? I usually stay to the end of every show. Oh yeah. Hi, Lucy. Yeah, thanks, Ray. Yeah. It's feeling the love right back at you. Oh, Stevie D, I'm here, my dear. He's got his Dominoes. He will no longer be hangry. Hugh got drowned in the lake at work in his last week at Durham. Hugh's dead. Oh. But does that mean that you're working somewhere else? Please give us all the deets. Let's have a look. Mhm. You're lucky I managed to turn the iPod on, lol. I'm assuming that's because David's been drinking. Oh, and hello from South Bend, Indiana. Hello, Lucy. And hi, Mum.
Oh, hello,
and he didn't put
darlings.
Mom because he's learning how to be English. Oh,
Excellent.
well
done.
So I'm gonna push her off a chair in a minute. She's in one of them moods. Right.
Just because you said the same as I said at the same time, that means that we're in sync.
Yeah. Hey, Jason. There we go. We've got our community saying hello. And also, I'd like to say a big shout out to Ferret as well, who's been absolutely lovely this week, sending me messages. And Ferret and I used to work way back when in the 18th century, back in the old quarry.
Did you have to dig the rocks yourself?
Oh, yes. It was just like hell drivers under the hopper, pulling our own rocks with the fags in our mouth. Cigarettes, that's for you, Jason. Sorry. I really have no idea where the word fag has come from in a world of smoking in the UK. I'd love to know where the origin comes from, but the Americans really take it in a different way. Yes, let's have let's see what's coming up. Have a look. Will there be a Hugh Janus memorial service? He was an arse. He was a massive arse, but he will be missed. Yes, I know. I'm already mourning Hugh Janus as well.
Oh my God! Think of poor Sarah.
I know. She'll be there going, Hugh, where's Hugh? Janus. I'm still keeping an eye on Mr. Wick. So let's have visit to his section. Oh, it's like just a minute trying to work out how to say let's have a look without saying let's have a look. I don't know why I say it so many times in the show.
Because you're having a look.
I know. It's like I'm on some sort of telethon where I'm reading the panel and talking down the camera, then reading the panel, sort of like running your own
comedy show,
broadcasting network. I just want to turn you off Wi-Fi for a second in case you're taking my signal. Just had the unstable signal, and I don't pay for 4G to have an unstable signal. So with the Joe Wicks update, two things. Okay. So first of all, I'd like to report that the headline says helping Devon's homeless.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, yeah, he does a segment on my show each week. So I read the story because I thought, ooh. And they said that his mum is part of a Surrey charity called the Amber Foundation. And then they went on to no description or pronouns of places about anything to do with Devon. No. So just that there must be a Devon branch somewhere in Devon. And Joe's been to Devon. And therefore,
all of it.
All of it. I mean, ambitious much? So yes, well done. It is nice. He does do his charity work. I know I give him a ribbon. The other thing he's doing is he's doing an interview with Louis Theroux, who I know lots of people absolutely adore. Louis Theroux. I find him like nails down a chalkboard. I really can't get on with him. And I mean, look at the alumni. What's the Conservative couple, Christine and something Hamilton? The Hamiltons. He did an interview with them. Look where they are now. And Jimmy Savile. So good luck, Joe.
Oh, and he did it with that Tiger Man.
Oh, Joe Exotic. Yes. I think before he went to prison. Oh, so good luck, Joe. Happy to see you join such a prestigious family of interviewees. I can't. I don't know what it is. It's like, so Richard Ayoade, the comedian, he is awkward for awkward's sake, and the same as James Acaster. But Louis Theroux's got an awkwardness that supersedes all of everyone else that I've ever seen be awkward on TV. And I don't know. I try and finish the sentences, and I don't really like the way he lingers on. Not for me. Hey. The world's made of all sorts of people.
Everybody's taste is different.
I mean, there's about 3 people out there that don't like me.
What?
I know. You married 2 of them. My almost my birthday twin, Graham Burton is watching. Hello, I won't be able to stay long, waiting to get unloaded. And that's because he's a truck driver. And I love,
Really?
I know, and I love having truck driver people in my life. But Graham and I knew each other from Beautiful Days. Before he joined the road, before I joined the road, we knew each other as pedestrians,
Wow.
welly wearing pedestrians. In fact, you know the really long black extension cable I've got? I stole it off his place.
Oh, thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
It's still going
really
strong.
handy.
So we've got Hi Ray Turner. Oh, look, they're all saying hi to each other now. It came from faggot, which used to be a stick for starting a fire and looked a bit like a ciggy as it burned. Oh, okay. So we used the exact same term as the derogatory term in America, but ours was a bit of wood that we set fire to. Okay. I mean, technically speaking, we invented the language, so ours came first, ours is right. Yes, that's how it works. I love the fact if anyone screenshots that, they were like, oh, I wonder what Lucy's talking about this week. Controversial. Jason put, I learned about the English use of fag in reading a comic called Hellblazer. Some know the main character from the movie or TV show Constantine. Yes, Hellblazer is amazing. Not to be confused with is it Hellraiser, the guy with the pinhead? But Hellblazer and Constantine are fantastic comics. Constantine, I'm sure, would make a lovely ex-boyfriend.
Recommendation.
He was on that show the other day I tried to watch. That I went, I've not seen any of these. I don't understand. The Welsh guy with the shirt who looked all grumpy.
Oh.
Yeah, there we go. I imagine
We didn't watch that.
I imagine Americans burn gay people. So, I mean, yeah. I mean, they would have burned me for having a mole. So they were equal ops. They really were the Andrew Lawrence of fire. There we go. Topical gag if anyone's watching. And that's enough for that little prick being mentioned on anything. So, moving on. That's enough of Joe and his charity work.
Yes.
What about me?
It's all about you.
Well, I mean, it is literally.
This
is the Lucy show. So I've had. I mean, Ray, the way you said that the week's gone fast. Honestly, I sat down. I did the entire show planning. I left the Lucy update for blank, and I was thinking, I haven't done anything. I've existed for 6 days until now. And then, oh, we're missing the Montreux Jazz Fest because this time 2 years ago, so honestly, this time of year, the Montreux Jazz Fest is on, and it was one of the best festivals I did with my tricky people, my dream team. So hang on, back to this. So I had one of the best Saturdays I have had in possibly 3 months. No offense, but Mum was out all day, so I stayed in bed all day. I got up to eat. I had a can of cider, went back into bed, and I watched 8 episodes of Supergirl back to back with a few naps in between. And I absolutely achieved nothing. And that was what I planned to achieve. Therefore, I achieved everything I set out to achieve. I knocked it out of the park on Saturday. It really was amazing. And then... comments come up. The English burned Richard's way, just saying, Lucy. Yes. I mean, everybody would have set fire to me if I was born in the medieval days, for my attitude, for my moles. She's left-handed. Off you pop, Chris.
Just gonna say,
like yourself. Jason's put, what about you two? How are you both doing? Any more crazy dreams? Oh, should we make Markle that? No one ever asks. My favorite dream really was because I've been listening, for those of you who know, at the TV and radio section, been listening to 0% Cider High Five. Thank you, Mark Spencer's. So I had the most amazing dream where I'd obviously been listening to the Paul Temple mystery that had this really strong female character in it. So I turned her into Beryl Reid, who I don't know if anyone's seen the comedy sketch she did with He Hasn't Even Got a Trombone. It's an amazing comedy sketch. So she was in it, and then playing sort of like the character of Buttons and seeing me through everything. I had Eric Sykes as my wingman, and then Peter Sallis came in, the comedy great Peter Sallis came in and said, I'm going to teach you how to say Wensleydale. So that everyone knows it's me that does it, because the way he says it, I mean, he could always tell about which fraudster, if a fraudster was impersonating him. So he was going to teach me how to genuinely and authentically say Wensleydale. And that's the kind, I don't have cheese dreams, as in have cheese, have weird dreams. I have weird dreams about cheese. But if any of you don't know who Beryl Reid, Eric Sykes, or Peter Sallis is,
Google.
after this. But yes, where's the gin? Says David. We're trying out the whole non-alcoholic range from Marks and Spencer's. And if you're watching Marks and Spencer's, I suggest you move the rosé non-alcoholic to the cleaning products section.
Very much.
It took the enamel off our teeth, and it stripped us of any dignity. Mm. And
One
then
for under the sink.
Spider has said, hi, Mum.
Hi,
I
darling.
expect a second post in a second there, Spides. It's all right. It's your own time you're wasting. Anyone?
Moving on.
It's my show. Yes, so that was my Saturday. On Sunday, I've been working with... No, Spider's put no drinking. Now I'm worried. You should be worried. You haven't said hi to me yet. So on Sunday, it was the Unnamed Art Exhibition in Tiverton that was run by the amazing Emma Dilemma. Knowles put was your show. Is my show. So we had a stand. I want to say we, Lindy from my village, wanted to bring the event Reclaim the Night, which is an event where once a year, everybody, I mean, it's mainly for the education and awareness and promotion regarding assaults towards females. But as we know, assault is an equal opportunities master. So anybody can be assaulted, and it's all about reclaim the night, being able to walk home safely.
Exactly.
It was fantastic. Lindy had these really amazing pin badges made, and just try a second. I'm just going to see if moving this to here. I'm sorry, I know this is really not professional.
Well, I'll just carry on alone.
Yeah, I'm just trying to move the IT.
So how are you all? I hope the weather's lovely where you are.
Just trying to
today.
move the modem closer to the computer there, because it was coming up with unstable. I haven't had a message off Ray yet to say that my internet's gone off, so that's all good, thank you. So we gave out the pin badges, and we had loads of people come up to us and ask us about what are we up to. Yep, so Reclaim the Night, and there might be another little pink one as well. The little pink one. Jason, it's Mum's show now. I'm the captain.
Is that pink?
Yeah, it's pink. Yeah, so if you can see. So Lindy and I designed a logo, and it's called Reclaim the Night, Tiverton. I know you have a Facebook page, and we are getting everybody to join us. It's on the 10th of December.
That's a long time away.
And I'm just wondering, if I messed those dates up. It looked better when you were just off screen, sis. Noel, stop it. That is the plan, isn't it? But it's a long way away, but it's going to be 7 p.m. and obviously I'll put more information up. But it was so nice. So many people came.
Did you have the 10th of December on the leaflet?
Yes.
So it must be, because you didn't print the leaflets, did you?
No. I'm just trying to remember off the top of my head, though, the actual date, because I haven't got it in front of me.
Oh, so you're guessing.
I'm pretty much guessing the date of the event.
That's the sort of thing I do, darling.
Yeah, okay. So that went amazingly, and we got in the papers.
It'll be in the paper today.
Yes, it will be. And they didn't put that she was a counsellor. They said that she was part of our event. She wasn't. She wasn't part of the event.
Oh, but wait for the night.
Yeah.
When I will get a group of winning counsellors. We'll all be out there together.
An army, a gaggle of them.
Yeah.
And then the last news for us really is our Hetty, our chicken Hetty, has finally, after all her moving and disruption and everything, she's only laid an egg. We were getting two eggs. I'm getting a little bit worried. Don't Google Eggbound, but it's not nice.
But I would have done.
It's sort of it's like a chicken version of constipation. But hey, there you go. There's Lucy update. My chicken is not constipated. Amanda has put. I'll have a look at the Tibby Gazette tomorrow. Oh, thank you. Let us know if we're in it. We'll buy one. Support your local paper. Am I in it? Yeah. Ray's put reclaim the night with shotguns. I'll be handing out my new tasers at all of the all of the events. Michael Brown has just tuned in. Your addition to the village update has been noted and has been put in there, sir. So yes, hello from the UK to Seattle.
Whoa.
Yes. So Michael's tuned in.
So is Seattle a village?
Well, I like to think that the comedy industry has become a village online.
Oh, okay.
Because there were no boundaries, there was no walls, there was no mileage. The only problem we had was time zones.
Oh,
it was harder to get through a time zone. I mean, I never ever have appeared at Erica Schwarzkopf's comedy, Anarchy Comedy, because it's in Hawaii, and I think it's at like 5 o'clock in the morning, and. No.
Hawaii is 12 hours behind. How do I know that?
Because you knew me.
Yeah, and you.
Yeah. But how in your baby? In your baby, I was a baby inside of you. Seattle is where Frasier was set. Yes, it's beautiful. And it's got Grey's Anatomy and the ferry boats as well. See, I know Seattle. I mean, not to be there, but it was my first ever I think my first ever 20-minute set. Banners, there we go. I really couldn't remember where the buttons were. So Michael, you have tuned in just in time for the village update, you nosy burgers. So I started looking through on the one forum, and it said sandwich shop closed recovering from last night. I genuinely thought it was because they'd been ram raided or broken into, and I was like, oh god, not another one, not another crime spree. No, it was the football they were recovering from. It took me ages. I started Googling them in the news. I was like, what's happened to this sandwich shop? I started getting really worried for everyone's welfare. Just the football. But that's not making it into the village update.
No, there's no need.
Now, there are lots of talks going on at the moment. And not like peace talks, educational talks. And they're really delightful. So one of them is the history of a violin maker from the place with the mill. But that's available online to watch later, so I might watch it online. It looks really interesting. There's one on the development of the tank.
Wow.
I know. I quite like that one. And there's another one, you know, the one, the town with the Aldi and the Home Bargains.
Mm-hmm.
One is on the village of the history of the manor house, and I wonder if they'll be going into all the arrests that have been there,
or the fact that
just really bad things have gone on in that manor house, and I imagine they're just going to be dealing with like the nice fluffy 1800s, maybe like the coaches and what royalty stayed there, but ultimately,
wow.
It's riddled with wrong uns now. Oh, hi, Dave. Julie, Nanny Charles is watching. Hello, my love. We've got them all in tonight. How does the song go? If Gone to Rome was Gone to Rome. Oh, they've changed it. It's not, it's coming home.
Oh, it's gone to Rome.
It's gone to Rome.
I've been to Rome too.
I've been to Rome as well. Fell off my bike. We stayed at the Olympic Stadium, surrounded by many statues of naked men. I got absolutely rat-assed, fell off my bike and cut myself up. And I was with my friend Ian. And we picked up so much speed, and I came off my bike and I literally skidded across the tarmac like, whee, like a skimming stone. He takes me back to his cab. He's covered me with baby wipes. He's throwing tissues with me, right? And he's just going, oh no, you're bleeding. If I've broken Lucy, they'll kill me. He nearly did get a hiding. They were like, why did she fall off her bike? like I don't have any autonomy. Like I can't fall off my own bike. And he was like, Like you
must have pushed
you took her out. You should have taken better care of her. I love working in a crew. Grey's Anatomy started strong, but his neighbours in the hospital these days. Yes, apparently Meredith Grey is thinking of leaving Grey's Anatomy, which means there will just be anatomy, which is a conversation I think I had with Leona only 2 days ago, and that was her quote. Football was invented in China, so it's only going home if it goes to Beijing. Nice one there. Now,
right, I always thought it was invented in Peru.
I don't know. I imagine inflating a pig's bladder and
I thought they used to do it with decapitated heads.
That's true. Let's go, Mum. Keep it light, comedy program. Do you want to go back to filing your nails?
Yeah.
So I saw oil painting course
right
on plein air outside, and I thought, oh, this could be something. I wonder how expensive it is. Well, you can tell on the price if they give you all the materials. And I thought, well, that's good. Well, they do it residential or non-residential. So you go there the Friday night, but you just do the painting on the Saturday and the Sunday. Residential, accommodation Friday, Saturday, lunch and refreshments, so no mention of dinners, 350 quid. Yeah, I don't think so. And no accommodation or snacks, 150 quid. Still not good enough. Keep the price going. We love Watercolor Challenge. We love Artist of the Year, but seriously, no, 150. I mean, I can see the argument. I mean, I'm an artist. Whoever now contradicts me now, think about it. I'm an artist, but it's a case of 150.
Well, would they expect you to take your own tent?
No, it was a lovely place. Oh, you mean the tent for the painting?
No.
You mean an actual tent to sleep in?
Yeah.
Oh, no, this is like one of them glamping places. Let's have a look. That's the Christine Show, 9 p.m. Write it down. Nice Chris Miles mention there. His artist. Yeah. So anyway, back to the decapitated heads, Mum. Now, there was also a guy knocking around our town with a parrot on his shoulder called Chewy. And obviously people were taking pictures of Chewy. People were approaching this guy with Chewy. And I think it was only 3 seconds in and somebody went, well, the parrot didn't look very healthy. It had patches. And that's because the parrot was a rescue.
Oh.
And he takes the parrot out once a week as long as it's quiet and the weather is nice. Because the parrot likes...
Does he have it on a...
I didn't see if it was restrained or whether the parrot's just been so unhappy for so long. But no, everyone's like, well, the parrot didn't look very healthy. No, because the parrot's going to look healthy. The parrot has only just been rescued, and this guy is like the best person to have with this parrot. And it looked absolutely adorable. And he tells people when he's going to be at the market so they can all go up and say hello. Yeah, I am going to start following the parrot. But is it wise to have a man with a parrot on his shoulder walking around the same day we get ram raided? No. Pillaged, ramshacked. Yes, we had a good old proper raiding. So last week I reported about the chip shop being kicked in. This I didn't report about because I for some reason forgot, even though it was written down in English on my piece of paper right in front of me in my handwriting. That there was an Honesty Deli completely ransacked. They'd left like 6 bottles of water, which put shockwaves through that village. And it's devastating. That was like the 3rd Honesty box in a week that had been taken. That's terrible. But this lot drove a car through the front window of the department store and apparently left their spare wheel, or
did they only end up with 3?
Or did they only go back with 3? What's that car and only Fools and Horses? Robert Reliant. They went in a Corsa and came out in Reliant. And then Leona's put, oh my God, Olivia would like to meet the Parrot Man. Yes, I'll send you the link for the forum. Because Olivia, Leona's little girl, started working at Big Bird Centre, where she gets to all big birds. So, I mean, They said the last time they saw a parrot this bad, and I know Noel's going to chip in on this one, was the parrot that was kept in the Jamaica Inn. Noel's been to the Jamaica Inn, loved it, favourite tourist attraction. But it was from the days when people could smoke inside, so it was trapped inside, it wasn't attended, and it would pick out with its nicotine-covered feathers, and I was like, yep, keep it light, comedy show. But what I did like was there is a hairdresser in town. 1 second, fuck them birds. Spider does an amazing comedy routine about his sister own birds. And then Noel's put fuck that place. Guys, can we keep the language down? I'm trying to get a show reel out of this. Well, when I say I'm trying to get a show reel out of this, Spider's volunteered to edit one. It's okay, it's a parrot, but it's not the curious chicken, is it? No, it's not. But I did mention
petrified parrot.
But I did mention our chicken in the beginning, and when I wrote it, I thought, I wonder if Ray would be like, well, okay, it's some chicken action. It's a bit of bird, may not be the right bird.
She's a beautiful bird.
But there's a hairdresser in our town as well, who's giving 25% off.
What for?
Well, what if you only want to trim? Do you get it?
No.
The hairdresser is doing 25% off.
Oh, right. Okay, got it.
But what I mean, I was so proud of writing that joke.
Okay.
I'm really glad it landed really well. I got quite excited about the run up to it and everything, but should we do it again like I hadn't done it? Yeah. So there's a hairdresser in town and he's offering 25% off. But what if you only want to trim?
Oh my God. That is so good. It's just that my hairdresser deals in
the minute
smidge.
I mentioned there was a hairdresser in town, the only thing Mum started thinking about is, I got a hairdresser. I got a hairdresser if I have my hair done. True or false?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Brilliant. Completely left the show then.
And Alex is brilliant because my hair was lovely.
So there's been a brand new, the kids' pool's open, People's Park Place thing.
Yeah, but it's outdoor. How cold is that going to be?
I know, but you don't care if you've got kids. You sort of just push them in and go, don't come back for an hour.
No, because they're dead. They can't breathe with the cold.
Keep it light, comedy show. Keep the dead kids out of the comedy show.
They're like that.
3 days in, someone's thrown glass in it.
Oh, for goodness sakes.
Well done. Well done, Devonians. What is a hairdresser? He's very proud of his locks. You mean Mum is? Yeah, sunbird. Now, I am going to kick off. I've already mentioned the roadworks that are on the one road, which have done nothing. They've just gotten worse and worse and worse. They've now closed the main road, the old road, to town. And I had to get something from just before it and then come home. I had to go country lane in. I basically went green lane in. It took me about 10 minutes. I'm not quite sure how I got home. I definitely didn't come out at the top of the canal, which was what I planned to. I came out to Bolam Village, didn't even know that existed. Gournay Village.
That's where it comes out.
Yeah.
I've seen those two signposts, but I wasn't quite sure.
Yeah, beautiful looking, but it wasn't where I wanted to be. And it certainly shouldn't have taken 5 miles. But
it's on the way to,
yes,
remember that bus stop with all the drawing pins?
Yes. So they've decided to do some roadworks on a major thoroughfare. Finishes in December.
December?
I would like to complain to the council. Here's a pen, man. Can you fix this? I am livid. Like, if we need to go anywhere, the other side of that road closure, which is
county, not district.
Escalate it. I'll email you. You send it to someone else.
Oh, to my best friend.
Yeah, I send it to your best friend. Let's have a look. Do you have any stand-up shows coming up or any online comedy shows? Jason, yes, I do. I have buses. That's what it is. Buses. On the 30th, Friday the 30th of July, I've got a real life gig. And then skip home. And then so it'll be one home. It'll be 1 o'clock over here. But Button Down Comedy presents Coradine Comedy. I will be hosting the show for George Wagner, who you are aware of, who is star of The Drop with myself. So I'm doing real life and online all in one night, and it'll be the first time I've done it since the excitement.
Ages.
Yeah. It's the tipper drivers holding it up. I'm livid. I'm at a point. I just thought, maybe they're only working on it in the day so they could open it up at night, even if they had a 2-way, 3-way traffic light, and there would be a way to allow access through that road if they wanted to. That's a nightmare, especially when the dual carriageway is really busy. I know, Amanda. I know. My Peace Pirate died last week. I was devastated, released his weight off my shoulder.
Oh.
Boom, boom. Drew, we've missed you. It's been great carrying up the puns. Jason, did you mean my mum or my sister about the shows? I'm assuming he meant me. Bucket list to see your live stand-up someday and meet you. Oh, Jason, I could send you a link of the Brighton Fringe. That's cool, Lucy. I should have been filming last night, but I was too ill. Oh, yes, I saw that. Was it raw comedy? I think you said it was raw comedy. I keep trying to plan shorter and shorter shows. So I noticed when we did do the alternative art exhibition, I thought, I wonder if there's a theme. Like sometimes there'll be loads of deers or lots of monoprint or lots of something. Do you know what I mean? There's always something. There's a 5 different people selling Mexican painted skulls or something. Pumpkins. There was one stand dedicated only to selling pumpkins. And then there was another stand that also had pumpkins.
What? Paintings of pumpkins?
No, the one stand was pincushion pumpkins or doorstop pumpkins. So they just varied in size. And then the other pumpkins were ceramic painted 3D, not real, but 3D pumpkins. And I just thought, pumpkins, where did the pumpkins come from? I mean, obviously we know Cinderella.
I was just going to say leftover.
But yeah, I didn't know that there was like a sudden pumpkin trend coming up. Liar comedy. Sorry, I remember the AR. I think I just thought raw. Now I can, one restaurant, a big table of, is it still 6? Went to have a 25th anniversary dinner at a restaurant, turned up, restaurant was shut due to staff shortages, and they didn't tell the guests.
Oh, that is so disappointing.
So they went to the forums to complain, and then it was basically a case of, well, yes, they should have told you. Get over yourself. There's a COVID. I didn't get to have a 25th anniversary. You're right. They should have told you. Oh, it was beautiful. Now, I don't really like to talk about names and stuff, but where I'm from, there's a big old posh school, and one of the teachers has only made it a trainee teacher. He wasn't a teacher, but he had a teacher placement there. He's now only in Love Island. So I Googled him because it's not like I'm going to watch the show, and he's being bullied.
On the show?
On the show. So he said he doesn't like girls that are fake in personality or in body.
So why did he apply for the show?
Very good question. So all the girls with lip fillers and fake boobs have started bullying him.
Oh.
Yeah, there we go. Don't anger fake women.
Well, or any women. Because I don't think.
And I'm imagining he probably thought they were being nice, because obviously with all the Botox, you can't tell if people are being mean.
No, you can't.
Today, you might have heard of some of my rants before regarding the environment and our privilege to be on this planet and our resources. I saw a woman walking along with a number 3 helium balloon. So I don't like helium balloons, but to keep it clean, they'd wrapped it in a polythene bag.
Really?
And then they weighted it down with the bones of a baby seal. And they killed actual butterflies to hang off the tail. You can see this woman along, like you can clearly see it's a 3. But the fact that they thought that's too biodegradable, that's only going to be out in about 700 years. Let's get some polythene on it.
Yeah. Let's go for the full 1,000.
Let's have it still going to celebrate when China actually starts reducing their carbon emissions.
Oh, wow, never.
Let's have a look. He did say fake a few too many times. They've all kissed up and made up now, sis. Someone told me in work. I'm so glad that last sentence was appearing there, Noel, because I was thinking, how do you know? How do you know? Have you seen Anne Robinson taking over Countdown? Her face now is so Botox she can hardly speak.
Wow.
But is the first time a show like that has an all-female presenting cast, from Rachel Riley to, what's the amazing woman in Dictionary Corner? Susie Dent, and then Anne Robinson, which is very unlikely. So, yeah, she's got a bit of Botox, but they're doing it for themselves. Well, she's not injecting herself, obviously. I'm sure she's got Harley Street Doctor. There is an amazing, in one of the seaside villages, there's a plant pot, like on the side of a house, like where you have a hanging basket, it's like a little plant pot, and there's a collared dove that's nested in it.
Oh.
And just next to it, a load of construction started, so everyone's got really worried, but the builders are trying to be as respectful as possible of the collared dove. That's why we live in the Southwest. Yes! Michael, I enjoy seeing your show so much. Enjoy your jokes. The show is great. Stop it. Now,
Keep on.
There was a nastier story where we have got a couple of packs of youths that are, well, I think they think they're Lost Boys, but Lost Boys was obviously made 25 years before these guys were created. And the rest, I've just done the maths. Okay, people. Did you remember Kiefer Sutherland's skin in that show? Oh, so clear. So yes, they're youths. And I love the fact the guy said, I'm looking for a couple of scrubs with some pubic moustaches. Apparently, one answers to the name Ed. But they threw a stick at a guy, so we had to go at them. They didn't like it. I think there's going to be a bit of a hue and cry. I think they're going to be looking for them because apparently the police has been around as well. But yes, they're not incomers. They're homegrown.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
So their parents will be told shortly.
Yeah. There was green light, gotta go. Have fun. Hope we see you soon. Bye, Graham. So we've got the kids that did the shop. That was the one with the ringleader that was a young lady. This guy, we've got puby kids. Apparently they had some girls in tow. And then in this other place where they've done loads of work on the park where they have planting groups and stuff. Mm-hmm. And then within 2 hours, the teenagers turned up and just literally were pulling up all of the stuff, throwing rocks, just focused on destruction. But one of the kids left his school bag.
Oh.
CSI Devon, thank you very much. The mother's apology on that forum. First of all, I'd like to apologise. That's my son's bag. I've spoken to him. Apparently, he put his rubbish in his bag. But what I've told him is if you're around your friends and they litter, you're as responsible.
Yeah. So plus, they should all go back and replant plants.
Yeah, I'd go to the school for that one.
Yeah.
Anne Robinson is really a drag artiste. She is fabulous, and you can tell she does love herself.
With that amount of money, I would too.
Oh, school kids are a right nightmare at work at the moment. We've had a few tried stealing from the shop.
Wow.
And the sweets are right in front of the counter as well. Cheeky little shits. Yeah.
And that's in a village where a lot of the kids go to that other school.
School. Yes. Then we've got now in our main city, the one with the cathedral, there's this amazing cat. You can follow him on Facebook, and his name is Reuben the cat. He's got a brother called Boris. Boris doesn't roam, but Reuben is a little bugger. He will just wander. The mother has made a fact sheet, what to do if you found Reuben. If he can find an open window, he's having a nap in your house. He will be loving, affectionate, hungry. He sleeps a lot. He likes to play with hairbands. Like, he's amazing. So the recent adventure of Reuben, was he was about to get adopted by a lovely girl just around the corner who didn't know about Ruin's fame. But because her mum turned out to be allergic to cats, she took him to the vets to get scanned, and Lucy turned into Reuben. The most he has stayed is 2 weeks. He went to a children's home, and he just loved all the fuss that he got. The little bugger stayed there for 2 weeks. He likes a nursing home as well. He loves mothers. And there's a new poster up going, are you a mother? Do you live on Radford Road? Have you got an open window? Be prepared. We've got another cat. Apparently has worked out how to open the sliding doors at a nursing home. And she goes to visit them. And that's beautiful. That is beautiful. And the mother, obviously, I love it. Always a mother going on the forum. I'm so sorry, that's my cat. I'm so sorry, that's my son. What do the keys look like? I was going to say, Lucy, 3 days. I was like, Mum's allergic. I thought it was me. I just told that story about Reuben. My handwriting. Now, I've had an entry into the village update. Oh, let's have a look. 1 second. You should watch today's Jonathan Pye video for a comment on British people. I'm sure it was well balanced. He's a very good comedian. The mother of the kids that tried doing it soon gave them a flip around the ear and a good telling off. Well, that brings faith. That puts faith back in your heart. Yeah. When I speak to you soon, Amanda, you can tell me if it's the one I'm thinking of. So we've got an entry into the village update. Now, it is not from the village. It is from around the world. But I like to believe that we've all become villagers at the Lucy Show. So there is an area of Minnesota where, and I've used the contributors' wording for this because I love the way the turn of phrase. Pretty much every body of water has spunk in it. Oh no, because it's called spunk. So I looked it up, and spunk became, it's like a derivation of spattler, which was a Swedish word for fiddler or people. And I'm fiddler over here has a lot of more connotations. But there's a place in Minnesota where they had Swedish musicians that would come and go in the town. And that's where every town is pretty much called spunk. So you've got Spunk Creek, Big Spunk, Upper Spunk, Middle Spunk, and Lower Spunk. And also the festival's called Spunktacular. and you've got adverts. Do you want to fish in Big Spunk, or do you want to fish in Lower Spunk?
It's almost.
I always want to fish in Big Spunk. That's the one. That's the highest rates, best cabins.
So is that why they had Schitt's Creek?
Yes, like the contributor Michael said. You could end up at Spunks Creek. But yes, and it made me realise. If you've got any contributions for the village update, it doesn't just have to be my village. It could be your village or a village that you've been to. Everywhere. I mean, the fact that we've got people, Lauren will be watching this on catch up, I imagine. G'day. Then we've got people as far as Durham, Seattle, Indiana. I believe I might have even seen possibly that Chris Ray was watching as well. So I mean, we've got lots of people in America, and we've had people from the Netherlands as well watching in the past. So if you've got any contributions for the village update, please get them to me before Mondays, because that's when I do the most of the planning ish. But I do the putting together on the Tuesday, so I need it from before Monday. Ray, can I be the Lucy Show village idiot? I bestow you the privilege. Arise, my village idiot. Of course. Michael has put spunk is an indigenous word for firewood also. Wow.
Put some more spunk on the fire.
Well,
it doesn't quite ring.
The thing is, what happens? Can you have a faggot made out of spunk? Call back! If you're watching from the beginning to the end of the show, James, Michael,
very interesting.
I realise that you missed that bit, but apparently, we're working out the difference between fag, as in American cigarette, and it turns out the British word for faggot was a bit of timber or firewood. I put them together, and then I realised you've only just tuned in, so you might not understand what I mean by that. David Wall, happy birthday for next July. Yeah, good night, lady. See you from my truck next week. Oh. That's
Aren't you
going to
being
be
quarantine?
yeah.
Because it's not July the 19th yet.
But next week it'll be after the 19th.
Yeah, but if he flies out before,
I won't be on next week. That was going to come up at the end, but you don't know. But I'm having a week off. So if you see me from your shirt next week, because I'm talking to you through the window.
yeah, but we won't be on here.
We won't be on here. No,
But
we're having
Lucy's not having a holiday.
no,
Just a little break.
just more time to watch The Blacklist. Can't jazz it up with anything other than it is. But yeah, I think 4 weeks on, 1 week off is a good balance. I thought that was you, sis. No, thank you very much. Oh, come on, click on it. Pops a piece of straw in his mouth. There we go. Giddy up, kid. I'm coming back on the 19th. He's coming back on the 19th. So you literally escape quarantine. But yes, there will be no Lucy show next week, but there will be one the week after. Also, Michael has put also in between two spunk lakes is a business called Slide Good.
Just gets better.
I know. So that was the village update, and as per, I've overrun because you all chipped in so much. I actually have to start planning to put less in this show. No,
why?
Shush, you can leave that one out. Now to the birthday section. We've got the birthday twins who have got their birthdays on the same day. So Amanda and Ray, and both of you have become such important people in my life.
Ooh,
sorry, Mum, keep you up.
Yeah. I think it's the tablets I took. Just woke me up. Oh.
She means ibuprofen.
Yeah.
Now wash them down with your 0% cider and have a good night. Sorry. Right, back to being nice to my viewers. Yes, so Amanda and Ray. I know Ray from Online Family, and Amanda has become real life family, and both of you deserve so much more than this lockdown was able to give you. And Amanda, obviously, I will come and see you very, very soon.
In fact, more than it gave us.
Yeah, I know. I've had 2 quarantine birthdays, and there was no 6 in a pub for that one. Yes, so we will see you very soon, Amanda. In fact, I'll mess you after a bit about something else. And Ray, I'm so glad to see you coming out and see everyone. And you've had such a terrible lockdown because proper self-isolating and self-shielding. It's delightful to see that you're leaving the house and going out and doing all sorts of wonderful things. Another comedian that had a birthday the other day was Stu Goldsmith.
Oh,
yeah,
how lovely.
And honestly, you could not get a nicer guy in comedy. And the challenge for every comedian that meets him or has anything to do with him is try and hate him. Go on. You really can't. And then you start hating him for that. And all the way in Omaha, happy birthday to Carmela Anderson, one of the Online Comedy family members that I've met through doing online comedy, who is a lovely jazzy lady, and she has often taken part in the Lucy show. So on to the TV and radio. We have got so much Archers.
Oh, I know. I forgot about those.
We're going to have to have a long drive somewhere to do something. Maybe we'll just keep driving around Tesco's. We could just listen to it in the house. Yeah. But yes, we're racking up those Omni dabbles. So yes, but we have nothing to say about the Archers until they've had a chat with themselves and sorted themselves out.
Or we've even listened.
Or we've listened. Spider, I've learned so much today that will probably get me cancelled in America. Spider, I like to think that is my job, to teach you things that we can never tell anyone else.
Yes, of course.
Merry Christmas. You plan the show. I do plan the show. Michael's put 2 pandemic birthdays and no 6 in a pub for that one. No 6 in a pub. So we had the rule of 6, where first of all you're allowed to meet 1 person in your garden. Then they had it that you could meet 6 people outside on a bench in a pub, in a hostelry. Pub, you know what a pub is. And then then you were allowed 6 in a pub. And yes, Amanda and Mum and I went for lunch, but the raucous going back to being a pub is still.
We were only 3. We were half a
Yes. So that still had. So it was 6 in a pub. I wish I knew what that meant, but I imagine it would take too much time to explain. No, I just did it. So the Gilbert affair. Yeah, I kind of found out what a Gilbert is and if he had an affair, but not enough that I couldn't listen to for one more nap.
Oh,
Yeah,
right, okay.
yeah. Because they made Paul made Mrs. Wayne throw a cocktail party where he did the big reveal, because that's how a criminal should be found. The detective pulls everyone together. I love it when Hercule puts on a sherry party. As I said, I watched 8 episodes of Supergirl in one day. In one, I'd say sit in, but that would make it sound like I was sitting. In one lying. Actually, it's not bad. So they've made it that her sister is actually Lexi from Grey's Anatomy, topical callback.
Yeah.
And Cat Grant, who you would remember from the Daily Planet, who was the sexy wildcat, she runs her own media company, and she's acted by Ally McBeal, Callister Flockhart. Her acting is a little bit restrained, but she's warming up to the role. And now we're in episode 8, and now she's showing personality. She has always been quite a rigid actress, and has been booked for
she
that.
doesn't have to worry about a lot because she's Mrs.
Harrison
Ford.
I was going to say Harrison Solo. Oh, he's a laugh a minute, isn't he? I mean, between him and Callister, there must be a riot in that house on a Friday. I mean, actually, they probably do chuckle a lot, but they just don't let anyone know. Blacklist, right? So, like we said, oh God, yeah, it went there, and then it went there, and now it's here. There we go.
But I'm finding it funnier.
Now they've gone to funny. They've gone serious. Then they went exciting, and now they've gone quirky.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we watched a movie on the weekend.
We did indeed. Guess what movie it was? No. Who's our favourite?
It was Jason Statham. Now, I've either written it down wrong. It was either Wrath of Man or Man of Wrath. But there was a man.
And there was a lot of wrath.
There was a lot of wrath. And 2/3 of the way in, I understood what was happening. Because it's a story within a story within a story, wrapped in an enigma, tied up in a conundrum.
Is that a mystery?
Yeah, it was a riddle as well.
But he never fails to amuse us.
He never fails. And I adore baby Clint Eastwood. What's his name? Luke?
Baby
Clint Eastwood, because he looks like his dad, but is a lot younger.
I wonder how that is.
And he is, yeah, he's a good actor.
But not as funny as Jason.
No, but he did seem a little bit young to play the veteran role.
Botox.
No, but like the gang of veterans that little baby Clint Eastwood was in, they were all about 10 years older than him. Oh, Noel said it's Wrath of Man.
Wrath of Man.
Yeah.
Have you seen it?
Noel's seen it because he told us to watch it.
Oh, right.
It was his recommendation.
Oh, okay. I thought it was one you just came up with.
No, because remember on this show he recommended it to us.
Oh, that was.
Oh, let's go back to your nail file. Right. Spiders put first season of Supergirl was great. Is there another series, or are you saying is number 2 not out, or is number 2 not good? Oh, don't tell me I'm going to get disappointed in season 2. You've just started Supergirl. I shall say no more. There's a lot that happens there. Oh yeah, I worked out who Hank is, who is one of my favorite comic book characters from actual paper comic books. Huge fan of that. So when he revealed his identity, Mum was in the same room, and I yelped. So it's Wrath of Man. Jason's also corrected us. I like how it's done in chapters. It's done by Guy Ritchie. Well done. Yes. Emily Blunt maybe could have had more of a role.
Was she in it?
Yeah, she was the mum that was annoyed. She had about 3 lines. And then there was a female bodyguard as well. But ultimately, not, I mean, there was diversity in creed and race, but definitely not in gender. So can do better, Guy. Oh no, there's a crossover. Don't tell me between Legends of DC. Please don't tell me between Legends of DC. I have not got time to watch 5 seasons of Legends of DC. Go on then. Just tell me who it crosses over with. Yeah, wait till the crossovers start. Oh, for God's sake. No, sorry, Drew. Is Christine now going to file her talons whilst taking a couple of downers to relax?
Oh, I know. I had such a headache.
Oh,
Stress.
You'll have to watch Flash and DC Legends of Tomorrow. Right, I watched the first season of Legends of Tomorrow. I really liked it, but I get annoyed by Black Canary's face. I've still got to watch Justice League, the extended version. So that's 3 hours. Then there's 5 seasons of DC. I'm rubbing my face because I only wanted to watch Supergirl. Batgirl. Oh no. This is the How to Upset Somebody show. Flash, Arrow, Legends, and Batwoman. Well, is it Batgirl or Batwoman? Batgirl, isn't it? Batwoman. I think she's a woman. I think. Fuck off, Spider. Arrow. Now, I used to watch Arrow.
Yes, you did. I remember that.
He's a lovely actor, especially when he does that thing with the bar. But by about the 4th season, because that Colin Salmon in it.
Oh,
yeah. Right. I think they went back when he started slapping the water on the island. Is it Kane? Dane? Zane? Bane? What's the bad guy that goes after Arrow?
Somebody.
Yeah. Oh, Arrow as well. Oh, Batwoman. Kevin did. Oh my God, Kevin Smith did a lot of writing and directing of Flash and Supergirl. He was a big part of making crossovers happen. DC Channel moved to HBO Max. Good stuff. Well, I'm a child of the 80s, and that is when DC did a lot of crossovers. And may I add, damage to the comic book industry. You don't need to stand in your local, Caerphilly, South Wales newsagent, pick up one comic to buy, and it says continued in a completely different comic somewhere else.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, so there are a lot of people my age that took a long time to come back to reading comics because of the crossover incident. And because I've been to so many comic conventions, I have spoken to the DC editors about this. Sometimes sober, sometimes not. Arrow was finished now. I always wanted to go to Verdant, the nightclub. Right, okay, so I've got another, so by watching this one show, I've got 3,000 hours of other shows to watch.
Just to catch up. Will that be interesting, darling?
I'm not watching Superman or Batman the movies, though, on religious reasons.
Why is that?
I used to read the comics and what they've done to the movies. Stop it. Right, so that moves us on to... so that's all of the TV and radio. So plug section, there is no plug section. I will not be back to the 27th of July. So have a lovely week off, everybody. I will see you Tuesday after next. And thank you, as always, goes to Leona, Amanda, Elizabeth, Mervyn, Chris, Ray, Neil, Lindy, the ladies from Reclaim Devon, everybody at work, and of course, all of you for taking part in the show.
Yes, mostly all of you.
Mostly all of you. Yes, absolutely. Jason, best job I ever had was working 12 years at a comic book store. Best ever. I didn't know you loved comics. I have 2 half sleeve tattoos of my favorite comic book characters. Oh, you should see the comic book stripped sleeves of Rufus Dayglow, the cartoon artist for Tank Girl, who was a friend of mine. Amazing. Done well. They are brilliant.
Done badly?
Oh, yeah, then there's a Tweety Bird on a saggy tit. Michael, I'll tell you what that means later. Hellblazer kept doing crossovers with Swamp Thing. Yes, but I was a big fan of Swamp Thing. But I wasn't a big fan when I met Neil Adams. You should have watched them when they started. I did! But then I went away and lived in a truck for a couple of years whilst travelling across Europe. Love you both.
TV.
Without a TV, yeah. Good night, you undercover heroes. Oh, thanks, Drew, and commiserations on Hugh. Right, so that brings me. So if you're commenting on Lucy Orchard profile, that one, that will now cease whilst I bring up the old music. But yes, I will see you not next Thursday, next Tuesday. Tuesday after that is the 27th of July. Everyone have a lovely fortnight. Go out, run around, do sunny things, have fun.
Yes, please do. I think the weather's going to be lovely.
Yes. Sorry, my zero alcohol stuck to the coaster because we are rock and roll. Bye. Bye everybody. Have
Bye.
a lovely evening. Ba, 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 da, ba, ba. Da-da. Bye everybody.
Bye.
Bye Amanda. Bye Leona. Bye everybody.
Love you, Noel.
Love you.